Hey, what's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and my nightmare is going out the door.
Mountain Man. Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. That means I go to garage sales and estate sales and thrift stores. I pick up stuff there that I think I can sell online and make a profit. And I do that with all kinds of things, all kinds of price points. You'll see when we look here in a minute at the things that I sold over the last 24, well, I guess it's 48 hours because we didn't have what sold yesterday. So this is 2 days of sales out of the eBay store. And I got stuff where I made a couple bucks and I got stuff where I made $100, right? There's a wide array of things, and it probably a result of my little ADD brain. I can't stand just selling one particular area. I might get into one area for a while, and then I get bored and want to move to something else. And it keeps it fun for me. It keeps my store, I think, interesting. And hopefully it keeps the What Sold videos a little bit interesting, because you never know what's going to pop up on there. You might notice there's something missing from the table. That's because it's sold. No longer going to be sitting here staring at you in these videos. Also, you might notice something new on my head. We're going to tell you about that coming up after we take a look at what's sold. Starting it off with a handful and a couple of nice viewer sales in here as well. Guys, I sure appreciate it. The first thing that we're going to hit are these Nikes. These are kids size. Of course, they are 3Y, I believe. Nike Boys Future Court 3. They're kind of, see, they got a goofy bottom on them, bottom shape, and you see the bottom's not even super clean. I mean, I ran the shoes through the wash and cleaned them up, so the shoes themselves are clean. I didn't spend the time to go through and clean off the bottom of the sole, honestly. A little bit of heel rub there, but they're in nice shape. I picked these up at Goodwill for $3.99. Usually they upcharge on the Nikes. All Nikes are at least $9.99, but these were kid shoes, so they're a little bit cheaper. But don't sleep on kids' shoes because they can still sell for pretty good money. These went out the door in about a week for $38.99, free shipping. They're just, the shoes themselves are right about a pound, so it is going to go priority, but still isn't going to cost a whole lot to ship. So we're making some solid profit on that one. Our last Marvel Legends Sentinel Build-A-Figure going out. This is Angel, and this is pretty heavy. This is a heavy-duty piece, mostly because it's got that leg for a Sentinel in there, but this is going to be a couple pounds for sure. This one hung around for a bit, but did eventually go, and we're selling it for $38.67 plus shipping. This one, lower dollar sale here. PlayStation 2 Black Label. This is Dynasty Warriors 4. And I sold this one for $9.48 free shipping. I sent a 5% offer to a watcher, and they took me up on it. So shipping is going to be, pushing $4. So we make $4 or so after fees and all that. So I'm okay with that. And then we got a couple of viewer sales. This one, Ric Flair. Everybody knows Ric Flair, back from, this is 1990 Galoob. He's got the championship belt on there. Keep an eye out for old wrestling figures in general. Ric Flair is one to watch because people love Ric Flair, but also the belts. If you find belts at various sales, a lot of times, just like any other accessory, those get lost. And the championship belts, people like those to put on their figures. So this one, I could have separated it and sold it separately, but I liked the WCW belt on Ric Flair. This one actually going out to Ronald, who sent me a message with that saying, in order to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And said, congratulations for no longer working for the man. I went full-time about, a month and a half or so now. So now working for myself. And I'm really enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. And we should note that Ronald, of course, included the Ric Flair. Woo! Woo! Thanks so much for that, man. This one going out for $16.99 plus shipping. I think that's an offer that I sent out. And this one also going to a viewer, great friend of the channel, Angel. This, a very recent pickup. You haven't seen this in a video yet. It will be in a video. This is an old tin toy. And it is, right there, you can see made in Japan. And I actually was, I wasn't even late to the sale. I was actually early to the sale, but somebody showed up way earlier than me and cleared out a couple of things that I would have picked up. So I know they were resellers. And they did happen to leave behind this one. They missed it. Just small, and I guess it was sitting there, and they either didn't realize or didn't see it or whatever. But this is called a pop boat. You can see right there. And these are pretty popular. They have a great sell-through rate. It's just a tin boat, and there is, well, it's in there. You got to shake it around to get it out. There's this little straw in there. And what happens is you use the straw, and you fill the boat there, the compartment, with some water. And then you're supposed to put a little candle in there. The candle warms up the water, and it moves around by steam power. It'll pop, move itself around in the tub or whatever. So, pretty cool little toy. And I do love picking up old tin toys. This one going to, as I said, Angel, $33.95 plus shipping. Angel, thanks so much. And we're going to wrap up with a pretty good pile of stuff for a random Tuesday. A lot of sales coming through. And these, just from the last video, I broke down how to negotiate, or how I negotiated at that garage sale. These, the Hokas. Hoka is a brand to watch out for, guys, if you don't do a lot of shoes. Hoka is very good. There it is right there. Hoka One. I know it looks like 1-1. It's a Hawaiian brand. And see on the bottom, it's actually worn down quite a lot there. Now these, if they are in very good used condition, they'll sell for $100. And they'll sell very, very well for $100. These hiking boots. They also have running shoes, is mostly what you're going to find, but their boots sell very well, and they have a lot of value. These, unfortunately, just, it was rubbed down. Now, I paid $10. They had 15 on them. I asked if she'd do 10. She took that because I knew that that was going to hurt the value. I put them up around $60 just because I wasn't sure, but I enabled offers like I do on most of my stuff. I got an offer of $45, and I took that. You know, to move them quickly, especially with the wear on the bottom, $45 off a $10 investment in a couple of days within listing them. I'm good with that. So $45 plus shipping on those. Back here, we've got a bunch of figures. And what I did on this, I picked this up at Goodwill. This is the original bag. Look at that. $2.99 is what I paid for these. Now, I could have probably taken these out. It's all Paw Patrol. I could have taken them out and individually listed them, or maybe grouped them in one or two or whatever. I didn't feel like it, you know, but looking at them, they were all Paw Patrol in here. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab this, I'm going to lot them up, and I'm going to put them in auction and see what happens. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get more than $2.99. I started it, I think I did start it at $2.99. And I figured I want to at least get my money back out of them. I think I'll get a little bit. Let's see where it goes, just because there were so many of them. I actually had multiple people bidding on it, and it ended up finishing last night at $15.50 plus shipping. So not a huge profit, but I didn't do anything, right? I bought this, $2.99, took it home, set all these guys on the counter, took pictures of them, put them back in this same bag and set them in my bin and let the auction go. And we make, what, $10 profit? Easy $10. Goosebumps. Goosebumps is a BOLO item, especially vintage Goosebumps. This is the second one of these that I've sold, and the second that I found. That they will sell if you find them. It's an old reading light. You see, it's for a book, and that comes down. I think originally they came actually with a book. You can find them brand new and sealed with a book. And so this thing is super cool, and I listed it for 17, 18 bucks. I'm not sure. But I got an offer of $15, and I accepted that. And then it turns out it was from a viewer of the channel. It was Chris over at Mook's Treasure Cove. That's his eBay store. So go check that thing out. And Chris said, long-time viewer, first-time buyer. So Chris, I sure appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is a cool little piece of nostalgia there. We sold a movie. This one, new and sealed, not particularly valuable. I probably paid $1 for this one. And I got an offer of $6.81 plus shipping. They were trying to get an even amount. But I countered back because I had it listed at 10. I said, you know what? I would do it at 8. And they took me up on it. So $8 plus shipping for this 3-pack of Westerns. We got Charles Bronson, Burt Lancaster, and then we got Brando and Nicholson there in the Missouri Breaks. That's, I think, the best one of the lot. How about video game? Tomcat Alley on the Sega CD. This one, I took an offer of $13 plus shipping. Another viewer sale over here. Incredible friend of the channel. You saw these on the last video as well. This one, a bobcat skull, and the other, a badger skull. I'll leave them in the bag because they're actually pretty delicate. This one, the badger, the jaw is still attached on there. The bobcat, the lower jaw is detached. It'll obviously set right if you set it up, but they're pretty fragile. You can bubble wrap them and they do ship well. She sent me an offer of 40, I think is what it was. And it wasn't low enough. So I countered back at 30 and she took that. And then she tried to send me an offer of 35 on this one and I countered again. So $60 plus shipping for the two of those. Allie, thank you so much. I know those are going to look great in your display and in your collection. So thank you so much. I love you coming in. I appreciate you. How about this one? Completely empty case. Keep an eye out for this one. This is a game to watch for. I know it's weird, but I promise you, for the Sega Genesis, McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure. This is a 3-figure game if you find it complete. This is just the case and the art. There's no manual. Well, I'm not even going to get it open. There's no manual. There's no nothing. It's just the case. But the art is in great condition. Looks very nice. And this sold within a day of listing it. It's actually going international. $29.24 plus international shipping up to Canada. So I got $30 for an empty case. That'll tell you how good that game is if you can find the cartridge, or like I said, if you find it all together, that's a huge winner. This one, low dollar sale. Nintendo Land for the Wii U. It's got a relatively low sell-through rate. I listed this just the other day, same time as I listed McDonald's, actually. I listed it for, I think, $10 free shipping, and somebody sent me an offer of like $6 or something, and I countered back at $8.50, and they took that. So we'll make a couple bucks off of that one. We've got herbs for the Xbox. This one going out the door for $4.99 plus shipping. A couple magazines. Another scratch from 2005 with Eminem on the cover. $19.17 plus shipping. That from the storage unit where we found all those magazines. And we actually sold another magazine. This one, not a hip-hop scratch magazine. This is Total 9/11. Got a Porsche on the cover there. And this one, I took an offer of $11 plus shipping. And that leads us to our big winner of the day, the Jolly Chimp. I'll try and remember to put up the link to the estate sale where we grabbed this thing. And I paid $25 for it, not knowing if it worked or not, because I knew that it would sell even if it didn't work. These things are highly collectible, and there are different brands, different models, different companies made them. Now, the eyes are bugged out. That's where they're supposed to go. They're supposed to, if he works, you tap him on his head like this, and he gets mad, and his eyes bulge out, kind of like this. See, they'll retract back in his head. And so that mechanism is messed up. They're supposed to come out when he gets mad, and he screeches. He actually, I'll show you. Look at this. He, like, his lips open up like that, and his eyes bug out, and he screeches. Isn't that terrifying? But he'll sit there, and he'll clap. Now, the mechanics of it, I mean, work okay. You know, his head moves up and down. When his arms come out, that's what he's supposed to do. I think the motor's just burned out in there. But I paid $25 for him, like I said, knowing that even like this, people will display him. If they work, obviously, much higher dollar, especially with the box. And this box is in really nice shape. And I got for this thing, I sent out an offer because I picked up a watcher. And it actually sat for about a day. Or not quite a day, like half a day or something. And then all of a sudden, the offer was accepted. And so $104.99, $105 for a broken toy. Guys, don't look at it and go, well, that doesn't work, and move on. this thing is worth $100 even if it doesn't work. So that's why I didn't mind paying up for something that I hadn't tested. And it lasted, I don't know, about a month or so before moving out. It's actually going to a freight forwarder, it looks like, in Portland. So this one is going ultimately overseas somewhere. It's a fantastic sale, and I'm thrilled to move this nightmare material off of my table. Yeah, the rhyme, reason, I don't know. It's just stuff that I pick up because I think there's value, and I think somebody else is going to see that value as well. It's not the normal stuff that you see on a lot of YouTube channels. I pick up weird stuff, but like I said, it keeps it fun for me. So appreciate you hanging out and checking that out. Appreciate those of you that showed up last night on Cat the Nurse Flippers Live. I was a guest on there, a lot of fun. I'm actually going to be co-hosting that show for her next week. So next Tuesday again on the Nurse Flippers channel from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. So come on over. I'm going to be over there again. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dom from Primetime Treasure Hunter is going to be there as well. I know he's one of the guests on there. A lot of you watch his channel as well. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Excited to do that with Kat. And I sort of soft debuted last night the new hat. We got a trucker hat with the channel logo on it. Now, I don't have very many of these. Actually, I barely have any of these. And that's because they're a little bit expensive, and I just don't know what the demand is. I'm not a channel that can order 150 items of merch and expect all those to go out the door. It just doesn't happen. We've still got an awful lot of the original Mountain Man t-shirts, in fact, so sitting here. Did shut down the Big Cartel store, actually, because they were selling so infrequently. It didn't make sense to be paying Big Cartel $10 a month to sell a shirt every 2 months. You know, it didn't make a lot of sense, and we can use that money to do other things for the channel and do some charity things and stuff. So we decided to shut down that store. But if you are interested in a shirt or a mug, we still do have those. You can just get a hold of me, and I can work out something to get those to you. But these hats, I've got a couple of them. Now, we are looking at another company and another style of hat that's not the trucker hat. It's more like the baseball hat. So that might be in the works if there's enough interest in the hat. And so what I'm going to do is, I guess it goes back to radio days, right? It was only about a month and a half ago that I was working at the radio station. And so we'll go back to that. And for the people that are watching the premiere of this, they got the best shot at it. But the first 4 people to email me, and I'll be able to see that based on the time that they came in. That seems the fairest way to do it. If you're interested, we're going to be selling these at $22 plus actual shipping to wherever you're at. So $22, I know it's a weird number because I like to do weird numbers. $22 plus shipping to wherever you're at. The first 4 people to get me an email, mountainmantreasure@gmail.com. The email is down in the description as well. We will work to get you a hat. And then for those that miss, I'm sorry, but if there's enough, we'll work on bringing some more in and giving you another chance to get a Mountain Man hat. Though we do have a 5th, and what I'm going to be doing with that here very, very soon, we'll put that one up for auction. It'll be a charity auction. there's a charity here in town called Florence Crittenton, and they do a ton of good work in the community for moms and, for pregnant moms and then moms with very young kids. They also work with families and stuff like that. I'll tell you more about them here in a little bit. I've built up a pretty good relationship with some of the ladies that run that organization, and truly they are incredible people and they're doing really good work. And so I thought that'd be kind of a fun thing. So the 5th hat we're going to be running as a charity auction on eBay. I'll let you know when that goes live. So if you do miss getting the hat, you do have another shot, and you can also contribute to a really cool organization at the same time. So that's what I got for you today, guys. I sure appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.